Hello and welcome to my declutters for September 2024. It's almost all makeup with 2 skincare products in the back, so we'll start there. First up is a prequel skin protectant cream, their barrier therapy cream. I've used a couple of these. This one was recalled, so that is why it is going. And then this was, this was free with a Stellavana order. It's the Sunboom Editor Green Tomato Pore Lifting Ampule Plus. This is supposed to be good for acne, but it definitely has a fragrance to it that I was just worried would continue irritating, and it definitely exacerbated some irritation, which is not what I was going for. I'm going to start with cream blush over here. I really have not liked anything that I've gotten from the brand Half Caked. I did like this color. This color is Yacht Week. This is the candy paint formula. So the color is really pretty. I like it a lot. It's very similar to my favorite blush, which I'm sadly also decluttering due to age. But this formula is really sticky, so I just never want to reach for it. I also have Angel, which is a pretty color as well, but very dupeable color. So that one's Angel. So those are going to go. This was my first Moira Love Heat Cream Brush. This is the shade I Trust You. I love this one, and I used quite a bit of it, so it's just going because it's expired. That's a really pretty color, and I really like this formula a lot. And then I have this Tower 28 one in Party Hour. Love this color. Probably not going to go grab it again because Moira makes even more colors now, and I have a light purple that's just a shade lighter than this, but actually is a bit more pigmented, that I've been using lately and liking quite a bit. So that's Party Hour. It is really nice. I like that color a lot. It's a little bit more translucent, I think, than the Moira ones. I have this teeny tiny mini. This is just expired. Most of the stuff is because it's expired. This is a little mini Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope. Super tiny, but I honestly love this size. I feel like I could still never use this up. That's the shade Hope. So this is a nice one. Okay, so here I have some Beauty Pie ones. We'll grab this first. This is one actually that got sent to me by mistake from Half Caked. I think I ordered a lip gloss and they sent me a blush instead. And unfortunately, I just never got along with this color or formula. It's like a really intense baby pink, and I love a baby pink, but something about this shade, I think like it was a little too neon. Yeah, I really just wasn't into that, unfortunately. They did have really awesome customer service, though. When I got this, they sent me a gloss and then they gave me like another freebie, so it was really nice, but unfortunately, I just haven't been into their products. So here is my Beauty Pie cream blushes. This is probably my favorite cream blush formula ever. It's just really nice. It's like cream to powder, so it's like a powder dried on that stays really well. And this is my absolute favorite shade. It is called Perfect Nude, and this is the Super Cheek. And I'm really tempted to keep this, but it is expired, and I don't currently have a Beauty Pie membership, but I'm trying to cycle out some of my old stuff before like picking up anything new. So I don't have a membership right now, but at some point in the future, I will absolutely get this color again because it is my absolute fave. So to put it here next to Yacht Week, and you can see they are pretty similar. It's a little bit lighter, but I love that shade, and it's a weirdly hard shade to find. So if anyone knows a great dupe for Perfect Nude, let me know. I do look for, I specifically have to avoid, especially talc. That's the biggest thing I have to avoid in terms of ingredients. Just from some sensitivities, I avoid talc and carmine, bismuth oxychloride. Those are the big ones that I know irritate me. This one is the shade Sexy Berry. This, I believe, was like a freebie with my first order. from Beauty Pie. It's crazy to think I got into Beauty Pie 2 years ago, and so now like some of this stuff is expiring. I'm clearing out a lot of my original Beauty Pie products, not because they're not good, but just because they're getting old. This color I never should have bought. It's cool. It's called Blazed Apple. It just looks bad on me. I am very pink. I have like just extremely pink cheeks naturally, and they tend to get reddier in like all conditions, cold, hot, you know, anything, sick, whatever. So I don't really need to add red to my face or even bright pink because it tends to not look great on me. So this is a cool color, just not like the right shade for me, but that is Blazed Apple. And I did like this one. This one is Fresh Face, so this is a really nice peach. But yeah, I absolutely adore this formula. So if at whatever point that I get Beauty Pie again, I would probably skip these two darker ones and get Perfect Nude and Fresh Faced again. And then I think I would also get their bright pink, perhaps, if I didn't have something similar at the time. But yeah, really, really like the Super Cheek formula quite a bit. So we're gonna go right here, and here's a few highlighters. So this is the Beauty Pie. So this one's on a refillable case. So there's that. It is quite pretty. This is the Triple Beauty Perfect Glowy Powder. Okay. This, what I remember about this is that when I first got it, it was like the creamiest, smoothest powder, and it was amazing. But very quickly, within like a month or two, it lost some of that silkiness and felt just a tad grittier. And then over time, it's gotten grittier. So I probably could continue using this, but it is expired. I do feel like their products have a noticeable, you know, lessening on quality after the expiration date, which is fair. I like to get rid of things when they're expiring for that reason. But it's just a thing to note because I know there's a lot of people that use powders for many years, and I think it would not, I don't think it would work well to do that with a lot of things from this brand. I probably could get away with using this longer though, but it is definitely less silky. It is a really nice highlight though, but I have found I've been kind of gravitating more towards creams in general for highlighters and everything really. So this is another one of the candy paints from Half Caked. This one is in Sugar Cookie. So again, perfectly decent highlighter, but very sticky formula, and it wasn't anything spectacular. So that one is also gonna go. I liked this highlighter more. This was the Half Baked No Chill Luster, and this one is in shade Pop Star, and I really just wanted this awesome pink. So that's what it looks like. I really like that pink. This was probably my favorite product from Half Caked, but it's still expired, so it's gonna go. I am running out of hand space. Let's see. So this one here is the Phytosurgence Divine Daylight Spectral Shine. I want to love this, but it is just not for me. I can't ever really get any, like you have to kind of dig in there, and you're supposed to use a brush, and this one is old, so it's going to make it harder. But it's really hard to get anything out of this, and I just haven't gotten, I just haven't had success with this. So absolutely love Phytosurgence, but this product has not worked out for me. Which segues into the other one that hasn't worked out for me, which is the Rosy Daybreak Spectral Sunlight Cream Bronzer. This one's also really sad because Rosy Daybreak is the best shade. It's so good, but again, this formula, it dried out really quickly, like within a couple of months. There's like, if you dig in here, there's still a little bit of creaminess to get the color. But I love this color. I love the shade so much. And it was a really nice formula when I first got it, but it just dried out really quickly. I believe they have added some oil to this one. But yeah, I don't know that I will get either of these again. This is actually my second Divine Daylight, and it was a similar experience. So I'm not sure if I would get either of these again. Also, this is the prototype, which was so cool that I had this, but this has actually grown mold. So that one's definitely going to go. But it was a really nice color, really nice, just very nice formula up front. So it would be super awesome if, especially the bronzer, I would love to get again if it got like Just a formula that would last a little bit longer. But yeah, love phytosurgeons. Those ones gotta go though. And then I also had this bronzer from Beauty Pie that's gonna go, and this is another refillable compact, so I will keep these refillable compacts. So this one, yeah, I wrote it on the back. It's the Awesome Bronze Powder Bronzer in the shade Sunny Side. You can go there. There's a little bit left. You can see that pigment is not as intense as it used to be. I liked that bronzer a little bit, but not a lot. I don't see me getting that one again. It was just all right. And similar to the powder highlighter, it lost its silkiness pretty quickly. The other one, I had the cream bronzer, and that one went bad before the expiration date. And it was just like an intense, like kind of chemical smell. So I would not recommend that one either. So I'm gonna move over here so we can take a look at these eyeshadows. So this Rose Inc formula, this was from FabFitFun, and the other one I had of these I reacted to something in this, so I'm just gonna let that one go. This is the Satin Olive Khaki Shimmer, but that one is gonna go. And then this Lily Lovo actually isn't expired. I didn't write a date on it, but I haven't had this a full year yet. This is the Smoke and Mirrors eye palette from Lily Lovo, and I'd never had a Lily Lovo, and I just thought it was time. But there's a reason that these don't get rave reviews, and that's because they just are really low pigment. So this just isn't worth keeping around for me, unfortunately. I have things that are just a lot more pigmented that I like better. These were amazingly pigmented. These are the Beauty Pie quads. This is the James Malloy. I think they're all James Malloy. Yeah, James Malloy Deluxe Eyeshadow Quad. So there's 3 different ones, and I probably didn't need to get all of them. But they're super, super pretty. And they have really amazing color payoff. I'm trying to remember, like, I don't think I used these enough to get a really clear idea of how well the formula works for my super sensitive eyes. It was one of those things where, like, sometimes it would irritate a little bit. So if I were to try this in the future, I would definitely get one and just test it out and see. But I don't think this is something I would get more than one of at a time, because they, have a 1-year shelf life, and I just need to be better about not overdoing it on those sorts of things, because that happens. So now we're going to come here and look at all of these lip products. And there are a lot of them. And I will put them down here because I'm running out of space on my hand. So I absolutely adore the Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balms. And I have used up several of the clears. And I really thought about trying to keep this one and use it up, but I just have so many lip products, and I don't need to keep expired ones. So this one is the shade Camellia, and this one's really nice. It's a really pretty light pink. But yeah, I like these a lot. I'm very fond of this formula. Maybe I'll put these over here as I do them. And then this one is, I thought the shade names were on here. Lychee. Okay. Yes, that one's, the first one was Camellia and the second one's Lychee. And this is a really pretty color too. That's a really nice red. This has a decent amount of pigment. Like, it's sheer, but it's a buildable sheer. And I really like the applicator on these as well. I do have some backups of these in different colors, which is why I don't feel as bad about getting rid of the expired ones. But that one kind of hurts to get rid of those. Another set that it hurts to get rid of are these Romand Juicy Lasting Tints. I have had them a full year, so they are expired. It's hard to get rid of these because they're really nice. So this is this shade. Oh, that's a really pretty color. And I have worn this one some, but obviously trying to finish this up would take probably another year or two. And they just don't have that shelf life in them. This one is Bare Fig, so that's a really nice one. And then I absolutely adore, this is called Eat Dotori, and it's such a beautiful red. I would really, it's like a brown red, which is my favorite. And I would really get that one again. This one has quite a bit of pigment. It's very nice. And that is one that I'm kind of like, do I want to get it again? But I have a lot of stuff, so I don't need to. But it would definitely be a repurchase sometime in the future. This is the brand Galactic. It's the Jello Gloss Balm. And it is interesting. It's like a really, really nice, smooth formula. I don't dislike it, but it has a really intense grape smell. And while I would say I don't dislike that, it's not, it's intense and it's not something I want all the time. And if I'm drinking coffee in the morning and I like my gourmand, you know, mocha, caramel macchiato kind of coffee, I don't want to like taste grape. And that's what kind of kept me from wearing this much, but it is a really, really nice formula. I am kind of, I think, over the Kopari lip glossies. I was really into these, but I don't like that coconut scent that they have anymore. So this was like the first of the kind of new generation, like non-sticky lip balm formulas I tried. This one's just a really sheer pink, and the shade on this is Pink Haze. So it's pretty, and it's a nice formula. It's not super long lasting, but the scent is really the thing. It's like that coconut scent I kind of got sick of, and so I'm just not really getting those anymore. It was a really nice formula, and I felt like I was really into it at first because it was kind of the first of the new generation non-sticky, you know, glossy balm kind of things. But now there's a ton of those, and I have a lot of them, so I don't necessarily need the Kopari one again. This is the Kaja. I think this is the Heart Melter. And the shade on this one is... well, it's pink. It's pink, and I can't tell you. Sweet Talk. It's called Sweet Talk. So this is in a heart shape, and it has a click out thing here. And it's a pretty color. You can see that's a lot of pigment, and it's kind of melty, and you know, like it's a melty glidey thing, so it can get everywhere. This one's hard to get rid of because I feel like I could use it up, but the color is seasonally inappropriate, and by the time it feels seasonally appropriate, it's, you know, going to be several months expired, so it is going to go. I do have a couple more heart melters I can go through, but yeah, I do like this color. I do like the formula. It is a little bit hard to work with, so it's not something I feel like I need to go get more of. I'm going to use the two I still have, and then I think I probably won't get this again. It's not that it's bad, but the heart shape does make it kind of a little bit hard to use, and the clicking is a little loud, and you know, yeah. Also, this is, you know, like all of these, it's some very small amount of product, but I don't necessarily mind that because then you can use up your products and try new things. So not a bad product at all, but also not something I need to run out and get again. I do really like, in general, the melty, glossy balm formulas. So one that I really love is from Beauty Pie, and I got these, again, like 2 years ago. So this one is called You Sexy Thing, and I believe this is the first one I had, and it's a very pretty color, very comfortable. These have the greatest smell. To me, it reminds me of Cadbury chocolate. That's what I think it smells like. I think a lot of the Beauty Pie lip products have that scent, and I quite like it. So that's You Sexy Thing. And this is my favorite of the Beauty Pie lip products. This is their best formula, in my opinion. And now I'm trying to think of what this formula is called. But the ones I haven't, of the ones I've tried in their refillable lipstick packaging, I haven't liked any of those formulas. So this is the one that I really like, and it's cheaper. So definitely recommend this formula. The other shade here is Nothing Nude, and I do still have two that aren't expired, so not getting these again, but anytime soon. I mean, I would in the future, but I do really like this formula, and I would repurchase in the future if I had Beauty Pie. Here's another one that's hard to get rid of because I just didn't get a chance to use it, and this is, you know, kind of the illustration of why I don't need to have all of something at once. I had too many of these at once and didn't get a chance to use it. This is the In Beauty Project Lip Oil. This is the Pina Colada scent, and it's a really nice bronzy color. and it is a very nice scent. And these do have a taste, which I like. So yeah, I am sad to let this one go, but it is expired. And I just need to be more mindful about not overdoing it in the future. This one was a gift from my mom. She is really into the Jean Vache, the noir, like the clear lipstick. It's like a clear black. And I've used it before, one of those before that she gave me. I don't use that one anymore because the rose scent to it really gets to me. This one did not have that. Well, no, it does. This also has the scent. The main thing I remember about when I've used this is like the most beautiful packaging. The Jean Vache, what is this called? It's just Rouge, 37 Rouge, and it is deep, Le Rouge Deep Velvet is the formula. So it's beautiful. It is the most drying matte, and it is very uncomfortable. And in general, I think what I'm learning is no matter how good I think matte lipsticks look, they just dry my very dry skin out. And so they just end up feeling awful. So I don't think it's, necessarily like this lipstick wouldn't work for anyone. But if you're very dry skinned, I would not recommend it. Which is unfortunate because it is gorgeous and it was a gift, and so I've held on to it for a long time. But it is expired and probably well past its date. So it is going to go. But yeah, that's a sad one. Also, this is like, I have very few things from Pat McGrath, but I got this one from FabFitFun. And it is, let's see, Soft Core. I think that's the shade, Soft Core Matte Trance Lipstick. So this one is also expired. This is a pretty shade, and it's a similar, like a matte formula that's so drying that it's painful. So that is a beautiful color. I don't notice a scent on that one at all. I don't think that one has a scent. But yeah, so that's why that is going. Next up, we have some lip liners, and I'm running out of space. I love this RMS Beauty Go Nude Lip Pencil formula. This one's a really pretty shade. It's just expired, so it's Sunset Nude. I would get this again, and I have continued to purchase these lip pencils. And I also like that they all come with a sharpener. That's a really pretty color. I would absolutely like to have this color again. Sometimes it's hard to get rid of things when they expire because it's so tempting to just keep them a little longer. That one especially. Then this is the Old Beauty Pie Wonder Gel Longwear Lip Liner formula, and the shade on this one is called Rummy Pink. So one thing I liked was that this is the Old Beauty Pie formula, and it had a 6-month shelf life. And that when they repackaged them, those say they have a 2-year shelf life. So I still have a couple of the other ones from Beauty Pie, but this one had a 6 month, so it is going. Also, these Rare Beauty lip liners have a 6-month shelf life, which I think is really unfortunate. And this is a big lip pencil. It would, take a while to use up. So for that reason, that's one reason. I also I don't think I'm into this formula. And you can see here it actually fell out of the container. So that's another reason not to get these. So it's just kind of a stick that fell out in there. And maybe that's because it's expired, so maybe it, shrunk in there and fell out. But that's what it usually looks like, and the color is right there. I think I just like, I prefer pencils because I want the precise line, and this is almost more like, I feel like it's made more to draw your whole lipstick on, like to fill in. And then I also had the berry shade of that. So yeah, I don't see me getting these Rare Beauty ones again. I know a lot of people like them, but it just wasn't my preference. I like a pencil. So yeah, the Beauty Pie ones are nice, and then I also really love the RMS. Those are ones I would get a gift for sure. So last, we're going to move over here to some eyeliners and a few eyeshadow sticks. I'll just migrate this way and move these over here. Okay, like, can you see? Yes. All right, so eyeliners, and there's a couple eyeshadow sticks in here. So let's see, eyeshadow sticks. This one from Sephora. This is not expired, but I just need to stop buying this formula. I really, really like it, but certain shades will irritate my eyes, and I'm sick of playing that game. So I just need to not get this formula anymore, but it's the color shadow and liner, and this color majorly irritated. I'm assuming it's like something in the reds. Maybe there's carmine that wasn't listed. I do check for carmine because that one does irritate me. This one's called Light Rape Plum, and it's a really pretty shade. Yeah. Oh no, you can't see that. Right here. Rape Plum from Sephora collection. So that one's a bummer. Let's see. Then the other stick that's here. Also, you can see this one fell out. This is the first shade I got from the new Honeybee Gardens. This is new a year ago. The new Honeybee Gardens Instant Shadow Stick line. So this one is Arctic Violet. So initially they did not put the names on, but they have added stickers with the names in the color, which is really nice. So I had actually written this one in, and you can see this one falls out as well. And I had that happen with a couple of these. I do like the formula, but that is a thing to be aware of. And you can see it's not as creamy as it was because it is going, but it's right here. So I do like these, and I have several more, but I probably shouldn't have bought several of them at once. I should have just gotten a couple because, you know, they're only good for a year. So things to think about in the future. And then I wanted to try this one from Milani. This is the Gilded Eyeshadow Stick. And the shade on this was Onyx, and it did irritate me a little bit, so I didn't end up wanting to wear it much. It's right up here. It's a nice color, and it's a nice formula. It stayed on pretty well, but just, you know, if something irritates you, don't want to wear it. And I just have insanely sensitive eyes. I loved this one from M Cosmetics. It's this cool silver lining gel eyeliner, and I kept meaning to use this up before it expired, and it just didn't happen. But it's like it's almost like a liquid. It's very metallic and shimmery. It's like absolutely gorgeous. So this is like a product that I would be tempted to buy again, but I know the value's not really there because I could get a silver eyeliner that would last a lot longer. But on the other hand, this one is just really, really pretty. It's super cool. So here's some other eyeliners here. This is a Sephora one. This is the Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner Waterproof. I actually quite like some of these Sephora collection liners. This is a pretty mint. I love a mint. Any kind of like teal or mint is usually my favorite eyeliners. This mint one, I had a couple of these in the 12-hour colorful eye pencil formula, and this is a mint shade, which is called Fresh Mint, and this one just had a very little pigment to it, but it's a really beautiful color. Like, so if I swatch it there, like, it looks amazing, but it would be painful to try to get that level of pigment on eyes, and I just couldn't do it. So it was very, very subtle. So I would not get this one again. These other ones I think are more worthwhile. This one is Peacock Blue. You can see I have a type. I love all sorts of mints and shimmery teals. And then this one is Waterfall. So let's see how similar these guys are. Oh yeah, no, those are pretty different. That one's more of a greeny teal. And then I absolutely loved this one, again from Sephora collection, and again a green. This one's called Glitter Green. I actually was like, oh, I should repurchase this one, and they don't make it anymore. So that was sad. They do make this formula. They didn't have this color, the Glitter Green. So there's one that looks like it might be close. I think just doesn't have the glitter, and it's maybe a little bit bluer, but yeah. So I'm actually quite fond of these Sephora liners. And then here's a Moira one that is just expired. This is the Statement Gel Liner in Hot Pink. Where am I going to put you? Right there. These are nice. They do have a pretty thin line. So I like the LA Girl neon eyeliners a little bit more, but these are also nice. They're just a thinner. They're thinner and you don't sharpen them. So just a little bit different formula. I actually really love these Tower 28 multi-liners for lip liners, but this shade is just too dark for me to use as a lip liner pretty much for most things because it just is like really evident. It looks kind of silly on me. There it is right there. So I did try it on my eyes not too long ago and it just kind of smudges and moves around. So it's not really, I didn't find it to be a good formula for eyes, but I do really like it for lips and I have it in several other shades. But I wouldn't get that brown one again, most likely. Here's a brown liner that I really wanted to use up, but because of all my September eye irritation, it just didn't happen. And this is really, these are past their prime. Obviously, that's not going to help with eye irritation, so they need to go. So these are all the Beauty Pie liners. They are the Ultra Color Pro gel liners, and I absolutely adore these. I love this formula. I would buy these again. But it is, I do think that now that they've hit the end of their shelf life, they really need to go. They were definitely not performing as well. So here's the brown one, and it is called Turkish Coffee. We'll be over here. Okay, and then this next one is Stargazer. This is the black, and it's a glittery black. It's kind of hard to see the glitter, but it's in there. And then we have, this one's very pretty plum. You can tell that the formula is really not performing anymore. It's like kind of gummed up, if that makes sense. And this one is Copper Hazy. My first one was called Molten Bronze, and they're pretty similar, Copper Hazy and Molten Bronze. I think Copper Hazy is a little warmer, but I actually used up Molten Bronze, and I did love that one. And then this is Deep Blue Sea, which again, like, yeah, there's like no pigment left on that one. It's just kind of gummy. So can't really swatch that accurately. And that is the end. So this is all the stuff that I am decluttering. And thank you so much for watching. It is hard to get rid of all this, but it's also really nice to clean out and have space. And, you know, have products that I'm happy to use, know they're fresh and ready to go. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.